Alys' idol journey may not have started strong, and during the audition days, she was one of the contenders who barely gets the attention for not being part of the first and second singles. Senbatsu, the exposure she gets was little to none until the second general election comes, which is the most important event in her idol career that made her the center, and that happened by the power of the votes coming from the fans, and that is what we are going to discuss in this video today. Alys' idol journey didn't start strong during the audition days, and she was known as one of the silent members in the group. She was also known as the baby heart of MNL48 because of her genuine childlike personality that fans adores. When MNL48 first generation commenced after the first general elections, since she was not part of the Senbatsu, there wasn't much exposure that we can think of about Ali, and for being a non-Senbatsu member, she was often placed at the back during their performances.
Oh, hindi naman.
Ako nga, sobrang excited na ako. Oo, nag-practice na ako
Tapos
sa likod.
naubos yung isang pakete ng hand cream.
Oo, kasi paulit-ulit.
Totoo.
Ganon.
The first ever project unit that Ali participated into was for the MNL48 Christmas special single Amazing Grace, which the fans also calls as the gospel unit. Amazing Grace is, yes, the classic Christian hymn performed in many different versions, and since Amazing Grace was originally written many years ago, then it is considered a public domain song, meaning that its copyright, if there was, have already expired. According to the comments of many fans, this may have been a first in the AKB48 family. On February 23rd of 2019, MNL48 released the music video of Palusaki Maybe, which was the MNL48 version of AKB48 song Ihiwaki Maybe. Palusaki Maybe is a coupling song from MNL48's second single, Pag-ibig Fortune Cookie, that was performed by MNL48 Team N4. And for being a member of MNL48 Team N4, Ali was featured in the music video, and that was her second music video exposure since Amazing Grace. Palusaki Maybe's music video is an all-time favorite for the fans because for the fans, it was the first MNL48 music video that could be considered as at par with other Asian pop music video. MNL48 Ali was crowned as the second general election center and became the face of MNL48 for the upcoming fourth single. And whenever fans discuss about Ali as being the second general election center, it's hard to set aside Ali and the general elections and what happened then. For the new fans who are new to the concept of AKB48 and general elections, it is an annual event wherein fans votes for their favorite member to rank high in the group and hopefully become a member of the Senbatsu or maybe become a member of the Kami 7, and those in the Senbatsu gets the most exposure. Although it may seem to look like a popularity contest because of the concept of elections and fans voting for their favorite members, but it's far from being a popularity contest because there are times that those who are popular in the public and in these days on social media rank low, and surprisingly those who are not as popular rank high, because even if you have a huge following and engagement on social media, but if those fans are unwilling to vote, then that's not gonna take you anywhere in the general elections. That is why those members with middle-aged fans and are working are most likely to make it in the general elections and rank high because they can pour as many votes as they want. Ali, before the second general elections, was a low-key member of the group and same as her followers. Her fan base is not as big as that of the popular members or frontrunners of the group, but despite that, Ali surged high in the second general elections because of the numbers of votes that she gets, which made her the second general election center. But if you are new into this concept, then you might want to ask, how did it even happen that she doesn't have as much followers but got the most number of votes? How many fans voted for her to outnumber the frontrunners? As we all know, Ali is an MNL48 member from Cebu, but before the second general election, she was a low-key member of the group. There may have been several fans who voted for her, but there was one fan who poured a lot of votes for Ali that made her win. Before the second general elections, that fan went to MNL48 Valentine's mini live concert, and during the merchandise selling, he spent a lot of money in buying merches from Ali. And you might want to ask, why do fans do that? That is because fans want their favorite member to become appealing in the eyes of the management. And based from what I've heard, one of the reasons why that fan voted that much for Ali because that fan wanted to put a Cebuana idol at the top so that Cebu will have a representative among the front runners of the group. And to do it, that fan poured lots of votes, which means that that fan spent a lot of money. That concept may be new to the Filipinos, but in the Japanese idol culture, it's a common practice among the Japanese fans of AKB48. Some people may think that I am making this up, but those fans who goes to events then can attest to this. MNL48's second general elections may have been Alys' crowning moment and the most important event in Alys' idol career, but despite that, it's obvious not just for her but for all the other members the creeping realization that those who will not make it in the ranks will be eliminated and will graduate from the group, because for each and every one of them, they are already sisters to each other, and this occasion itself angered a lot of fans. And honestly, some fans even quit from being a fan because of the second general elections. Resulting from the second general elections, Ali spearheaded the group and became the center of MNL48's fourth single, which later on revealed to be Ikaw Ang Melody, the MNL48 version of an AKB48 song, Kimiwa Melody. And because Ali was the second general election center and center of the fourth single, the first general election center, Sheki, then was often asked what she feels now that she is no longer the center. And Sheki genuinely replied that it's all okay because they were all advised that no one is a permanent center.
Dati po talaga, alam ko na parang hindi po permanent tong position
Yung position
ko.
mo,
Yes,
oo.
kaya tanggap ko na po talaga simula pa lang. And also, nung bago mag-election, talagang in-ready ko na yung sarili ko emotionally, spiritually. Welcome naman po ako na gabayan si Center Girl Ali para sa MNL48 second video.
Oo, naalala ko to.
Ikaw Ang Melody from the original AKB48 single Kimiwa Melody is a song about nostalgia. It's about someone who reminisces over a past relationship and associates the memories they had with a song. The original AKB48 music video, on the other hand, also tells another story. It's about passing on the torch from one generation to the next. There were scenes that the former AKB48 member Enso Kantoku or General Manager Takahashi Minami gave a hair accessory to Yui Yokoyama. Scenes wherein Maeda Atsuko and Yuko Oshima, who were former centers of AKB48, together with then center Sakura Miyawaki. For the MNL48 version, on the other hand, there was a short scene that the first general election center Sheki was beside the second general election center Ali that may seem to be Sheki passing on the position to the current center Ali. Similar to AKB48 and other AKB48 sister groups, Ikaw Ang Melody featured a lot of cultural elements from Filipino street foods and traditional Filipino clothing, and same as the motive of other AKB48 sister groups that featured their culture in the music video. On September 21st of 2019, during MNL48's fourth single, Ikaw Ang Melody Handshake event, MNL48 made an important announcement, and that was the new lineup for the fifth single Senbatsu. And for the second time, Ali was again included in the Senbatsu, and that Gab being the center. And then weeks later, it was revealed that the fifth single would be High Tension. Following her reign from being a Kami 7 and center of the fourth single, Ali was again included in the Senbatsu for the second time, and MNL48's High Tension premiered on MNL48's Valentine's Mini Live Concert on February 17th of 2020 and released on their official YouTube channel on February 19th of 2020. Unfortunately, on November 30th of 2020, Ali made an announcement that shook fans, saying that she will no longer participate in the general elections, and that means she will graduate from the group to pursue personal endeavors. Based on the observations of most fans, despite being crowned as the second general election center, Ali didn't receive enough exposure. She could have been included in the Senbatsu again, basing from the preliminary results, but still decided to leave. She was considered as one of the most improved members, which the fans truly will miss. And that's all I have for you guys in this video, and I hope you learned a lot of things about MNL48 Ali, especially if you are an MNL48 Ali Kamiyoshi. And if you would like to see future contents just like this one, Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you stay till the end of this video, I appreciate your time. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, friends.